Shane, what does it feel like to turn this thing around the way you have in the last couple of years against Washington?
It's big time, I mean, I think we're just tired of getting our butts kicked by them, and just to get one on, I'm just really, especially from being a Washington guy as well, I grew up in that neck of the woods, and just hearing, bow down and all that kind of stuff just really got to me, especially leading up to this game. So we knew that we were ready, and our offensive and defensive lines became a lot more physical, and we were well equipped for this game.
Right here, front middle, Tyson.
Jaylon, can you just take us through that touchdown reception? And I mean, just there's a freeze frame of just your toe about a quarter of an inch in. I mean, can you just take us through that play?
Jaylon, let's move a little bit just in front of the mic.
What was going on? I understood that Herb needed an outlet. I seen him scrambling, and I knew that the DB was either going to get me or he was going to get Herb, so I had to make a play, really. I was happy he threw it to me. But what was going through it happened so fast when I got my foot down. I didn't even know if I was in or out, actually. But, yeah, I just had to make a play. I was happy I could be the man and make it.
Front left, Matt.
Shane, can you speak about the play of the offensive line? And you guys had two guys go down with Penne and Dallas, and it seemed like you guys continued to just move on like they weren't even hurt.
Yeah, those guys do a really good job, Brady and Capper, of really just getting ready the week before, no matter if they're going to start or not. And it's really just big time for them that we can deal with that kind of adversity and still have enough depth to go and beat Washington. So it's big time. And, Coach Cristobal all develops every single offensive lineman. Like, we got Stephen Jones, who's always ready. We got George Moore, who's always ready. So just in case stuff happens. We game plan a lot of that kind of stuff. So.
On the left, Rob.
A lot of long plays, long developing plays for Washington where Browning was getting chased around. I assume that means you guys were covering pretty well. How did you feel, Deommodore, about the coverage on the back end?
First off, I would like to thank my pass rush. Our pass rush was great. They was all over him, which caused him to force bad throws. And us DBs, we had to make plays.
Front left, Eric.
Shane, last year you guys and a lot of the offensive linemen pushed for Mario to be promoted and put in this position. How satisfying is it to get a win and kind of validate some of that?
It's big time, man. I think that, we always saw what Cristobal had and with his coaching ability. And, as an offensive lineman, you couldn't be more happy. It's 3rd and 6 to win the game in overtime, and we run, inside zone. That's big time, man. That's just a true statement of what kind of coach he wants to be, and kind of just a statement that he wanted to make on that last play because we knew we were going to score.
Back right, Steve.
Jaylon, what are you seeing just kind of when you're working with Dylan there, when the last 3 weeks particular, kind of film, practice, preparation, what are you seeing from him as he's kind of emerged as one of the best receivers in the conference here?
Man, honestly, I kind of known since I've been here that Dylan has been one of the best ever. I feel like he stepped up his game with preparation this week, really. I feel like he's really took on that leadership role, and I'm here to follow him. I'm here on his hip. I honestly believe he's the best receiver in the Pac-12 as well.
In the middle, front row, Tyson. Where you're next.
Shane, with the way that Mario recruits and kind of the class that they have set up coming in 2019, potentially 2020, all that things, there's been a lot of talk about Mario's been building something for the future. And there was a story this week that said you guys are ahead of schedule. As kind of like a senior in this group, did you think that things could culminate for you, like while you were still here, or just basically what have been your impression so far?
I mean, obviously, as a first-year head coach, it's kind of rebuilding. Everyone wants to say that, but we knew that we had a Heisman quarterback. We had a really good offensive line. We had a just good defense, everything around, good defensive coordinator. So we knew that we were well equipped to win this year and win a lot of games. I don't think necessarily as much as we are now. You know what I mean? The first kind of the game, we were like, okay, we got a good team, we got a good quarterback, we're really meshing well. But now that we're really rolling, I think that we're just getting started. So
back right, Bree.
Jaylon, how excited were you for C.J. Verdell today after what happened in the Stanford game and then he scores the winning touchdown?
Right. I couldn't be more happy for my man. We came in together. I always give him big ups every time we step on the field. Never think about anything going on. Just do you. He run hard regardless, whatever what happens. So I'm just making sure he holds the ball, make sure I keep his head up because I know what he could do really at the end of the day.
Back right, Steve.
Or you guys get a 4th and 1 stop and then force the field goal that they miss, and then the last one they get down to the 3-yard line and then you guys force another field goal. Tell us, kind of take us through the defense there in those last ones where you were kind of a play away from having to make a stop there.
Coach Hayward just brought us to the sideline, told us before that we got to be tight on our coverage and we got to make plays. So the whole defense, we stuck together, said we got to make a play.
Front, middle, Warren.
Shane, you guys get into overtime. You hold them, or defense holds them to a field goal. You talked about the conversation. You guys knew you were going to score. What's that conversation like, knowing that you held them to 3 points and you needed the touchdown to win? Curious what you guys are saying in the huddle.
It's just so that, Cristobal, I think he starts it off. Coach Cristobal starts it off with just his intensity and looking everybody in his eyes, making sure they're ready. As soon as I saw when he looked at, CJ and he looked at Justin and he said, we're going to score right here. And everyone agreed, okay, yeah. So there's not even going to be a talk of a field goal. We're scoring right here. So, that just really, he really sets a tone with his intensity and just his ability to make his players just do anything for him. So.
Middle, single row, James.
Deommodore, a lot of teams have tried to contain Aaron Fuller. You guys were successful where a lot of others weren't. What was it about the game plan that allowed you guys to cap him at only 3 targets, 2 catches in the entire game?
It started off with the ESPN article that came out targeting me and Thomas. We just played with a chip on our shoulder and just said we got to go out there and play ball.